Rush Limbaugh, talent on loan from a god. Yes, my friends, it sometimes seems as though we have been transformed past these outdated concepts that Patty, our last caller, just talked about. Hard work, personal responsibility, commitment, stick-to-itiveness, humility. We seem to have been transformed past all that now. I mean, those qualities, those characteristics, they were okay in their day when people didn't know any better, but, only bitter people still cling to that kind of outmoded value system now. It's just the bitter clingers that go to church. It's just the bitter clingers that believe the lie that hard work gets you where you're going. I mean, you heard the president. There's a lot of hard workers out there, and there's a lot of smart people out there, and they get the shaft every day. They never get what's theirs. They never get what they deserve because these other people are out there who didn't do anything. These business owners, they didn't build it. Somebody else made it happen. And these outmoded values, that's when people were suckers. That's when people actually believed that hard work and application mattered. The smart people now know that was all a bill of goods. That was all just a bunch of gobbledygook. The smart people now know that 9 out of 10 people are going to get ripped off, taken advantage of, because capitalism sees to it that way. If you're not dishonest, if you're not a cheater, if you're not willing to walk all over people, then you're not going to get anywhere. But now we finally have a president who understands how life really works. That the only people that achieve things are thieves. The only people that have great success are the people that somehow were sitting around not doing anything and they saw somebody else do something really well. They just went in there and took it. Just went in there and absconded with it and put their own name to it. That's what the smart people believe now. That's what the cool people believe now. All that stuff about God, faith, country, saving America from our enemies, how camp was that? There were never any real enemies. That was all just a bunch of stuff to get people riled up. But we all know that's not the case anymore. You know who's next? Doctors. And it's not Obamacare. It's not Medicare co-payments. It's not any of that. You know how they're going to go for doctors? Very simple. And I might even see Obama make this speech this summer. It might even happen before the campaign. Depends on how successful they judge this current tactic to be. Let's see if you can envision President Obama, the President of the United States, after giving a speech where he says, you got a business, you didn't build that, somebody else made that happen. Transform to doctors. Is it really fair that people should get rich off the misery and sickness of their neighbors? Where's the justice in that? How come somebody should have a bigger house than you do or a bigger car than you do? How come somebody should have more money than you? Just because they are capitalizing on the sick and misery that you've experienced. You know how these doctors are. They'll amputate a leg when they don't have to just for the extra 30 grand. Or they'll pull a tooth. Or they'll do. Obama's already said that. So how big a stretch is it for Obama to say, it's just not moral. It's never been right that people should get wealthy simply treating the sick. That's something ought to happen for nothing. Out of the goodness of people's hearts.